Hello guys, good evening everyone. Welcome back to my channel. This is Miss Jaydee for another deep dive onto another stock, very popular stock in the Philippine market, and that is for MerryMart. And if you were not able to watch my first video, I recorded one today this evening. I talked about Dito, so if Dito is also in your portfolio, you might want to check out my first video this evening. So for MerryMart, I by the way, the reason why I'm doing it this way this time around is I want to make sure you get to hear what you want to hear at a faster at the fastest possible time. So that's why for the MerryMart holders, the reason why you click this video is because you want to hear about MerryMart, and I want to give that to you right away. Okay, so by the way, if this is your first time to watch my video, go ahead and hit the subscribe so you're always updated whenever I have new videos. So let's get started. MerryMart. Okay, like the other stocks, MerryMart is not spared. It is also on a downtrend, heavy sell-off that happened actually today. But for us to give a more holistic view of where the overall direction is really going to be at, let's try to expand it first on a weekly chart. As you can see, this is the second week now where we have broken out of this MA20 line. My yellow line over here in my Bollinger Band is the MA20 line. Um, as you can see, selling is not over yet. And what we can see at this point, given in a weekly chart, this area where we currently are at as of today is a very critical level. This has to hold. Oops, what is happening? This area here has to hold and create a support at this level for us to conclude that indeed we have bounced or we are bouncing now and going to recover in the coming days. Okay, why am I plotting it here? Number one, because you had your initial resistance right over here, and then last week we also stopped at the 454 key level. And if today is not uh, this week's candlestick is not over yet. But if it is going to sustain this key area and create a support right here, then that's a good sign. That would mean that we are establishing the support and chances are we will recover. Okay. Next thing that we are going to look at is in a Fibonacci retracement. Let's find out if we are indeed in a key area as of this time. Okay. And to plot that, all we need to do is find the lowest point here. I'm going to start it with a body and then I'll put it at the body as well. Okay, so um, looks like in our Fibonacci tool, we could, right? This week could even challenge as low as the 0.618 area, which is the next possible resistance at this point here, and then probably create a brand new support right here. So I'm going to plot two key levels then, right? First area that it will potentially challenge this week is the 4.55 because of this wick over here. But in our Fibonacci retracement tool, there could be a possibility that it could even go down further and give you a chance enter at the much lower price at the 398 area. Guys, just remember, for us to say that this is not going to continue on a breakdown in the price and continue to have sell off much lower than 398, it has to stop right at the 0.618. That's our hard stop, and we can still consider this as just a deep retracement, um, but will eventually have a continuation when this if this stays respected. If this key level is respected and we move up again, chances are the next recovery could potentially create a higher high on a weekly chart, that is. We just do not know how long it takes for this to recover and give us the price as high again as 8 peso level. Now let's try to understand our daily chart. Okay, so this is our daily chart. Let me just almost the same, right? Because we have this area over here, which was our previous resistance right over here. Okay, so it could indeed go back to that level. If this 454 is not going to be, or 455 is not going to be respected, then it could challenge the 398. One thing to also take note that that day, that possible day where we will see a bounce could be happening anytime soon. Two reasons. First is because we are already sitting at a possible, at the oversold area. See that? And while the price was moving downwards here from, observe this key area from March 10th versus March 15th. Look at the points that we have. While the price moved down, our RSI is actually starting to show a bullish divergence. So that's one hint. Another hint that we could be facing that possible bounce really soon is we now have some foreign buying that's taking place in this stock. And the volume today is, quite significant. You had some foreign selling the past 2 days, and now they're trying to re-enter already. So good luck in your trades, guys. Like what I said in my first video, if you entered in this stock with an objective to be an investor, this should be a perfect time to closely monitor the stock, because any moment from now is a perfect timing to add more volume. You don't add a lot of volume while the price is at its peak, because that's what you call FOMO. Then this time around, when the stock dipped, you buy people's fear, while the rest of the population is so scared, they're fearful of the stock, cutting their losses. As an investor, this is your time to find this stock really at a very attractive level. And the only way you can feel that kind of confidence in the stock is when you get in here, because fundamentally you believe in the company. You know that this has something good ahead of us. If I may cite one thing, there's one news about the other time, MerryMart being bullish in the area of wholesale. They want to compete with SNR and Landers, and that's big. Okay, at the same time, um, I think they're growing their branches really rapidly. So I may not have all the details of the news. I may not be very active in the social media feed of Instagrams. I know there are a lot of people posting uh, helpful, some are not so helpful. But that area, I would like to endorse that to you guys. Help yourself do the research. This one, you don't have to follow everything that I say here, because we all have different profiles. Okay, these are just my thoughts that I want to document personally for my own consumption, because someday I want to go back to these videos that I make for documentation purposes. I want to, of course, log my thought process. And as I shared this evening, like what I said, it could still drop. But if 454 gets respected, then chances are we could be bouncing at that level. But I will not be surprised if 398 could be revisited before it climbs up again. But two things that will help me, or the two things that will remind me now that reversal could happen anytime soon, is because of the foreign buying and our RSI showing bullish divergence already. Good luck in your trades, guys. I hope you find this video helpful. Bye bye for now.